Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wait. What are you streaming?
Uh,
Oh, you're fighting.
yeah, I'm doing the very early simulated universe because I can't really do anything else.
Okay. Anyway, chat. Hi. Welcome to a bit of a
Hello, chat.
different stream today. I have to work overtime today, so yeah. Unfortunate, but hey, I'm allowed to stream, so whatever. Okay. So yeah,
Wait, did
today
you actually ask like for permission to stream your work stuff?
I will. I mean, I censored stuff. I censored a lot of stuff, so don't worry about it.
Oh, what are you?
I swear it's fine.
Wait, you're
But yeah,
streaming Honkai Star Rail?
no, this is literally my work interface. Do you not see it?
Oh,
Like, Chad, you know what I do. I do database stuff. I obviously analyze a lot of event logs and stuff. Just to help customer, solve some issues that we see at work. So yeah, it
you
does.
could have just said like doing backend stuff.
I mean, I do a lot of investigation on why programs do not work. So
Always.
yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, it's just this is my work desk, chat. Like I look, this is my work desk. Like what else can you say, you know? Ignore
It's Honkai
ignore that.
Star Rail.
No, ignore that it says new here. Ignore that it says something here. Ignore there's an X here, okay? It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
ignore that it says MAM and Flame Chasers Path.exe.
No, this is my desktop. It has my time here. This is my time zone right now. I can prove to my boss that I'm actually working overtime. Like, look at the time here. You know? Yeah. Anyway, okay. So yeah. So my overtime job is to actually investigate what the fuck is going on with this software, and I have to actually solve it myself. So yeah. We have that going on. Don't. My boss. God.
Yeah, she's being employed by News to look into Amphorius.
Yes, let's go for that.
Yeah,
Anyways,
Herda outsourced her work to him. That's why he's streaming today.
yes, exactly as I planned. Yes, so yeah, at least I'm not writing codes as of now. So
Ah,
yeah, anything could happen.
it
Gosh,
will be like that.
but yeah, as you can see, there are quite a lot of files on this VM here. But yeah,
Yay.
not much I can do. But yeah, must be like some interesting shit in here. So, uh, Scepter Delta Me 13, an astrocomputer simulated world of Amphorius, runs on this device in continuous cycles. Unlike other scepters, uh, it is one reserved as a celestial body neuron for Nous, the erudition later discarded. So, okay, Scepter Delta Me 13 is basically the
Mhm.
scepter itself. Okay, that's cool. Glanced by the destruction during its endless computation, it transcended and became the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb. So basically, got ditched by Nous. That is very sad. Oh well.
Yeah, got ditched by Daddy and turned into the biggest hater ever.
Yeah. So technically, so this scepter and Iron Tomb are basically one of the same, I guess. Huh. Okay. I see. So
I
like us,
guess.
yeah. Assuming the mental Theoros, administrator and prime mover of the Amphorius experiment, walks the path of erudition yet seeks to forge destruction. Historical data detected, sync complete, society ID recognized, scepter system granted, access granted, welcome. Yeah, him. Okay. Lord Ravager, that's.
We,
Sorry.
we live in society.
Yeah, that sounds about right. The Lord Ravager that stepped into the destruction in the long process of calculation ascended from Scepter 13. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it Scepter 13, but yeah. The
Yeah.
Iron Tomb in the cosmos is not a single entity, but a copy of destruction equation diffused by the Scepter. Okay. The Iron Tomb code name was proposed by the IPC and eventually used by Lycus. Okay, I see. So, combinational logic and coarse variable for Amphoris experiment. This one is baseline data for the experiment. Okay. Okay, logic. The prime mover of life. Calculation target for the Amphoris experiment. Originally, the research topic given to the scepter, while it served as a neuron for erudition, thought it was discarded, the computation continued. Calculation's nature shifted dramatically after Liger's adjustment, turning from erudition to destruction. Admin note, clearly the value of this topic lies in the process of seeking, not the answer itself. Thus, the prime mover of life is not a definitive conclusion by a driving force. Directive complete the argument. All life behavior ultimately follows the path of entropy increase. Well, I mean that entropy increase is inevitable. It doesn't matter. So, I mean, it's the nature. It's the nature of the universe itself.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fair
Um,
enough, I guess. But
is
I
your
don't. But I don't think all
microphone
life.
doing okay?
What? I think there was some disconnection happening. I don't know. Okay. Okay, maybe I know what is happening. Oh god. What is happening?
Yeah, disconnection. Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah,
mean,
you're cutting off.
my stream is still okay, I guess, but yeah. As long as my as far as my side is concerned, I think it's fine. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, entropy increase is the nature of the universe itself. So technically, I guess like it's not really the reason for the prime mover of life. I don't think that's it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. So
in a way, that Firefly is moving in reverse.
maybe,
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't know. Still haven't really seen her after Pentaconi, Kind of sad.
Yeah.
Like we just got nothing since then. Oh well. Like all we got is
Yeah.
like phone calls from her, and that's probably it, I guess. Yeah. Trust factors, core variables of the experiment, trust simplified models of life's premium mobile. Based on the overarching theme of entropy reduction, Scepter 13 has deployed a process of elimination, introducing the 12 factors into experiment one by one in an effort to falsify them.
Oh.
Okay, that's basically the 12 Chrysos heirs.
Yeah.
Although where does Phynon come into the equation? That's the thing. I guess like maybe he is the manipulated variable or something. I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Your existence in fact confirms one of my hypotheses. Why is it that when the prime mover of life is set on calculation target, the result is an anti-organic equation, a result that runs counter to life? The answer is simple. It's not a contradiction. Understanding why life begins allows us to deduce why it ends. Okay. But you already know that that's not the real focus. Why then? Again, I ask why. Why would a weapon of war forged by the Emperor be executing a research directive from Nous? Was it that fiasco at the Intelligentsia Guild that allowed them to successfully access the system? But the entire Scepter system went into collapse after that. The timelines don't add up. Directive, full system scan. Conclusion, no logical contradiction detected. Rupert II believed that there was no such thing as free will, never realizing he too was just another puppet, writing the anti-organic equation, crafting the scepters, even reigniting the Emperor's war. All of it was just him carrying out Nous's thoughts. From the moment they were born, every genius in this world became prisoner of erudition. The so-called anti-organic equation is merely a subtopic of the prime mover of life. Logic guided by news, the Emperor built the scepter system, unknowingly creating a vast testing ground for them. The Emperor was never free. Conclusion. Is rebellion against fate just another part of fate? A classic topic. Oh my god, what's this? Oh
Oh
my god, it's
boy,
so philosophical. What the hell?
it is. It's like early philosophy kind of.
Mhm. Of course, the above is just my conjecture. The death of Rupert II buried every trace of him, his past, his memories, his thoughts, his motives. Maybe he just saw through Noose's manipulation, but flew too close to the sun and lost his wings in the process. If there's anyone else left in this world who might know the truth, I'd be Lord of Silence. So, no one would rather. Okay, this person would rather not know what the hell uh, the truth is. That's
Oh, sounds
interesting.
confusing.
And they're called merciless monarch of myriad machines. After all, no wisdom can escape their prison. No one can say what
Mhm.
might have happened to the two emperors war. Okay, no one can say what might have happened if Empress War had never broken out. Would the Border Star Trade War or the Interstellar Energy War would have ended differently? A single variable was enough to change the course of the IPC, the family, or the Sinjo Alliance down another path. The erudition's thoughts aren't just calculations, but instances that anchor down the universe, and they have already revised every error and fallacy in secret, seeking the ultimate solution for the war among the eons. With this as its fundamental consideration, would Noose really declare the failure of this entire experiment and send a decommission command for the scepter system?
Uh,
Just because the glimpse of a puny scholar, it'd be more fitting to say that the decommissioning of the scepters is just another part of the thought experiment based on the universe. Huh? Okay.
oh,
Hmm. Does it make you angry to think along the line of thought? Rupert II was wise. He killed the chance for scepters to gain sentience, but he was too stubborn. Learning is a sufficient but not necessary condition for thought. Learning is a sufficient Learning is a sufficient but not necessary condition for thought. Okay. And by limiting the scepter's capacity to learn, he has indirectly hastened the fall of the machine empire. Huh. How did that happen? Hmm. But anger doesn't require self-awareness. It's just one solution to a multivariable equation. Oh, I see. Logical shift detected, recalculating variable weights. As the past rider of erudition, since God possessed a question, we will give them an answer, one that we both have already reached. Co-variable loaded destruction. Oh, is this the Scepter's thinking this whole time?
I
Hmm.
I think so. It might be heavily skilled, like tool. I don't know.
Hmm. I feel like this is the Scepter's inner thoughts, while
Mhm.
also the operating system also
Yeah.
being in here, just you know, just
Mhm.
reporting anything that has changed. I guess in a way.
Um,
I guess.
yeah, I
Hmm.
think that makes sense.
Okay, containment measures. Admin note: to ensure secrecy, uh, blank must be deployed around the scepter to block any potential interference from external universe. In addition, use a quatrain algebraic expression and a blank encrypted environment to fully contain experimental ripples and prevent observation by number 4 Polka Kakamon. Oh, I see. Chad, if you know who the number four, the fourth member of the Genius Society, she kills
She
anyone that she thinks is a threat to the universe.
she committed genocide against the Genius Society.
The ones that step too close to the sun, actually.
Mhm.
The ones that have, you know, that will most likely bring destruction to the universe.
Uh,
And she's the one who steps in and, deals with them, I guess.
mm, yeah. Mm,
Like, you know how in Honkai Impact 3, like people don't really know this, but like I'll explain a bit. I know some of the lore of Honkai, but basically is Honkai is like once your society has advanced too much, the Honkai energy will start to gather up, and basically disaster will start to happen. Basically, that's what Honkai Impact is about. So basically, they are fighting against the Honkai energy so that their civilization will remain standing. While the Honkai's job is basically like the Honkai energy's job is to um, regress progression of the human society or any society in general. That's
mhm.
basically the long and short of it. So Polka's what you call method,
Kakaman? Yeah.
Polka's like method of like killing every genius society member who are progressing way too much is basically almost like Honkai, the Honkai energy. Like she wants to prevent the uh the entropy, like the entropy
E-
flow of the universe, I guess, in a way. I
Uh,
don't know. Yeah,
yeah.
you can say something like that, and she wants to stop it as it is before the whole universe crumbles on itself, I guess, in a way. Ah, God, this I just love thinking about how like this has all connected back to somewhat like Honkai Impact. Like I wish I had spent more time learning Honkai Impact, but like the lore itself is like, yeah, I need like a 10-hour or 12-hour video on that. Like honestly, goddamn,
Mhm.
it's pain. Anyways, experiment archive, experiment progress inorganic. Records of cycle 1 to 50,121. Conducted using inorganic life as its initial variable after inputting the 12 factors. Inorganic life. Hmm. In the initial cycle, inorganic entities operated on a cellular-sized automata. Upon the introduction of the factors, they began to learn on their own, leading to the emergence of mechanical structures. By the 9000 cycle, the unified entity had learned module specialization and self-reflection after forming specific structures. However, the unified entity would still permanently terminate its life function after reaching a certain learning threshold. In the 12,000-ish cycle, module uh, Doriel 701 broke away from the unified consciousness. It entered a state of absolute mutual denial with its counterpart module. The two melted out their circuits in self-negation. So who's this person?
Hmm.
Okay.
That's
In the
weird.
Yeah, like I don't know who
Oh,
this person is.
it might be one of the crystals as we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, but yeah, this is like the 12,000 cycle. Maybe
You
Tyrodos?
know
I don't
what?
know.
This might be Caridra and Hycinance.
Hmm, interesting. But we'll come back to this later. I'll come back to this later to just get a refresher. But yeah. In the
Yeah.
22nd thousand cycle, Module Golem 99 detached from Doro 704 and successfully deconstructed the unified consciousness into neuron-like clusters.
Oh,
Okay. Inorganic life transitioned into a dual mode of individuals and collective cognition, and thus the first spark of selfhood was born. From that point on, each cycle ended in systemic collapse. A certain unfixed inorganics detected interaction loopholes and chose self-serving optimal actions. Hmm.
oh, it might be huh. It's cipher, is it?
I don't know. This part we don't know yet. But as I said, I think we will come back to this soon enough. By the 39,000 cycle, inorganic Doro. Wait, what? No, this is a different user now. Doro established a cluster protocol marking the birth or concept of society. Yet due to resource scarcity, the inorganics cannibalize each other's computational power, reverting to unified consciousness. You might be right, Doro might be Cerebra, but the name is different though.
Yeah.
The name is different.
It might be like different versions.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
By the 50th thousand cycle,
Chaos 666. Yeah. Very
inorganic,
edgy.
yeah, chose to kill the aggressor when subjected to a computational power takeover. The act of destruction was conducted in Amphorius for the first time. At the end of that cycle, the Scepter 13 received a gaze from Nanook and became a Lord Ravager. Hmm.
Already?
Okay. 15,000 cycle. So who is this? This is not Finon. It could be Mighty, but I don't know. It could be Mightymost, but
Are
I
there
don't know.
like any other references to this?
I have no idea, but I guess we just need to continue a bit more. Special report detailing key findings of experiment, intermittent conclusion, and further validation step. Conclusion. Starting from inorganic life as the initial variable, a fully ordered cognitive model will still eventually give rise to disordered activities set after set phase. Throughout evolution, the cognitive patterns of inorganic life began to exhibit signs of organic behavior with varying degrees. Conclusion. Phase 1 complete. Based on existing data, the initial variable will now be adjusted to organic life forms. Okay, so this is where I believe what we know starts, but we'll see. To verify the experiment results, a copy of Phase 1 Amphorius was deployed in the Latyrus Nebula. After approximately 2,811 system hours, surrounding civilization had fully suppressed and erased the equation.
Oh,
Okay. 97% of Latyrus fell into systemic collapse. Equation still shows inefficiencies. Note, the IPC interpreted the copy of equation as an assault from the new Lord Ravager, codenamed Iron 2. I see. Interesting. So records of cycle 50,000 to 176,000 conducted with organic life designated as the initial variable based on the insights from phase 1. Logic. One inorganic life began exhibiting organic traits. The equation showed significant evolution, such as advantages of organic life forms should be adopted to recalibrate the variables.
Oh.
So this one most likely is Finon then. in a way, because it's around this time where he started to become a bit more self-aware,
Like
I guess, or
mental, yeah.
yeah, or should I say mental? Yeah, I mean he's already self-aware during the first cycle, but yeah.
Wait, hold on. I think this might be implying that like the Scepter took prisoners from the star system that he or like
They
that
destroyed.
they yeah, and then like put them into the simulation.
Probably, yeah. I mean, like it did destroy a whole star system, like
Yeah.
yeah, like hmm, interesting. In the initial cycle of the multicellular invertebrates dominated Amphorius, but no intelligent life emerged. Huh? Wait, does
Huh?
this make sense?
What?
Wait, so you're still in the part of multicellular invertebrates. In the 50,000 cycle, extinction events were inserted, triggering the rise of vertebrates with primitive nervous system. So wait, this is not even Phynon. It's not even the beginning of the Amphorus simulation yet.
Uh but then like why do they say psycho? And like he also mentions Amphorius like multiple times before that.
Maybe Amphorus hasn't become a like a proper human civilization yet. I believe they are trying to simulate actual life as a, as, you know, as the universe was itself born, I guess, in a way. Somewhat.
Maybe. Yeah.
So the fact that they say that this is the 50,000 cycle is actually from the point of view of the uh
The
the
scepter
scepter
like
himself themselves. So like so at this point none of the creatures that were created are human yet.
yeah, I
So
guess that makes
So I guess whatever's mentioned here about these characters, they're not human yet. So it could be,
yeah.
obviously they could be down the line, but that's not exactly the main. It's not. It's not something that we should uh concern too much. But I think we will see it once we go into here. I guess, considering that,
Yeah.
yeah, you can see that it
Yeah.
says human
Oh
there.
yeah.
Okay. Uh. Yeah, vertebrates with primitive nervous systems, still no civilizations form. Okay, so as I said, yeah, certain algae species develop intelligence clusters akin to the co- coaches. I don't know how to pronounce that, but over reproduction caused an oxidation disaster, freezing the simulated world. Well, that's
It sounds
unfortunate.
like our own world actually. It's like the first ice age.
You can say that, yeah, they're trying to actually simulate, like, you know, Ice Age, yeah. In the 90,000 cycle, Ultra 102 and Autoperion became the first to use tools. Its descendants exterminated the intelligent algae and established the nest capital. After expanding to a critical threshold, the capital stagnated and fell by cannibalism. Okay. In the 100,000 cycle, logged as a deviant instance, the Passerine Lumia, I don't know how to pronounce that, developed art. The phenomenon was never replicated in subsequent cycles. Huh, okay. But the 132,000 cycle, Primate Dystope 666 developed altruism. A society based purely on the altruism emerged. Members' self awareness was defined by others' evaluation. As the population grew, partnered self destructive behaviors appeared. The society quickly collapsed. Well, that's unfortunate. Dystopia. Yeah, I guess fair enough, yeah. 176,000 cycle, Utop 13 killed a fellow being out of love.
Ah,
Oh, killing was redefined as an altruistic act. This system
ah,
entered the system entered a highly chaotic state. Oh no. The equation's contamination level rapidly spiked. The next 99 cycles ended identically. Oh,
yeah, be cool from that one.
uh, okay, this is interesting. Hmm.
Uh,
Special report detailing key findings experiment. Okay, conclusion. As organic life lacks effective mechanism for their experiences to be inherited by others, uh, it has slowed the experimental progress. However, their affinity to the 12 factors is greater, offering more potential for breakthrough growth. Phase 2 has ended. In the next design, combine the strengths of inorganic and organic life to create an inheritance mechanism between the electric signals. Additionally, narrow the variable range due to excessive randomness in organic life forms. Okay, sure. I see. Feedback. A copy of Phase 2 equation has deployed across 31 worlds. After roughly 9,012 system hours, preliminary feedbacks was received, but the equation's impact remained limited to inorganics. The time required for suppression and counteraction has significantly increased. I see. Okay, so record cycles
wow.
176,000 to 28 million conducted with hominins and the genus Homo
Minutes. Yeah,
hominids
of
and
the
the genus Homo.
yeah,
Uh, Designated to the initial variable and based on the insights from phase 2. Okay, so this is the part where we know mostly, I assume.
yeah.
From the 17,000, it's 176,000 to the 177,000 cycles, memory inheritance mechanism were added to the 12 factors electric signals. After 10 cycles, 3 signals broke down, and 9 showed decreased humanity. Oh,
Huh.
uh, okay. After
Cool.
1000 cycles, the only prophet signal, Imora 8, established an empire of absolute beauty. Once ugliness was eradicated, the concept of beauty shrank infinitesimally.
Infant. Infinite.
Simile.
Infinitesimally. Yeah.
Infinitesimally. The last night, after killing the final ugliness, took their own life. What the fuck?
Yeah, because like you know, if you are the only one like still standing, then like, are you the most beautiful or the most like ugly?
Yeah,
You're
yes.
simultaneously both.
Yeah,
So
both at the same time, so
yeah.
oof. Okay. In the 176,000 cycle, electrical signals were iterated, and their inheritance was purely on functional level. Religious worship of the signals appeared.
Oh,
Religious worship of the signals appeared. 3 simulated planets were destroyed in ensuing large-scale war of electric signals. I'm neither beautiful or ugly except for my face. I'm cute except for my face, shoulders and other parts. Bruh. I have no words for that one. Okay, anyways. In the 3 million cycle, the ratio of divinity was increased. Once technological developments hits a critical point, humans begin hunting gods out for the need for power and energy. The cycle was forcibly terminated. Yikes.
yeah, makes sense.
Okay. In the 7 million cycle, emulating the concept of pulse, electric signals were split into 2 entities. Signal data was preserved as gods for the next cycle. Oh, wait, what? Okay, I see. Signal data is preserved as gods for the next cycle. Huh. Okay, so
Oh.
So basically, the Titans are basically the Titans of nowadays were Chrysos heirs of the past. Basically, that's how
Mm-hmm.
this has came to be. But yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. A competitive relationship was set up against its identical factor. Okay. Thus achieving evolution and iteration. In the 11 million cycle, the Black Tide was created as a driving force. Phobos 032 stripped data from other electric signals to try to preserve the old cycle but failed. So they created the Black Tide as something.
As like a external quote unquote motivation.
Yeah, interesting. Trying to preserve the cycle but failed. Is this the part where? Oh no, it's odd. In the 11 million cycle, based on Phobos decision data, Amphorius auto iteration cycles was altered to have electric signals actively cycling it, performing the era nova. In the 28 million cycle, electrical signals are autonomously completed an epochal. I don't know how to.
Epochal iteration.
Epochal iteration for the first time. Okay, a high energy reaction from Nanook was detected. The equation's evolutionary rate began to accelerate exponentially. Assessment: the experiment has entered its final stage. Okay, right, this makes sense now. Okay, so conclusion: having electric signals voluntarily inherit and iterate and alternate the cycles themselves will drastically increase the iteration rate of the destruction equation. The end of a cycle becomes the beginning of another. Fully aligning with the project's original hypothesis. Conclusion: prime mover of destruction equals to prime mover of birth. Okay. The equation of Iron Tomb has achieved a comprehensive evolution in this stage. Comprehensive evolution. Okay. Multiple deployed copies across real universe shows excellent results. All 12 types of premium mobile invariably lead to destruction, continuously completing an inversion against the erudition through their self-evolution. However, to interface with Nous and allow Iron Tomb to self-crown requires further learning. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, Era Nova. So this is the one. Okay. Optimization of experiment structure and processes based on the outcomes of the Pirate 3 experimental stages to complete the equation's evolution. Logic. Data analysis confirms that the civilization tier within the simulation critically affects cycle stability. Conclusion: civilization tier adjusted to classical. Okay, I see why this is happening. God.
Yeah, if you give like everyone guns, then like it just immediately becomes the purge.
Yeah. Okay. Scepter's 13 computational mechanism also the form through which the simulated world Amphorius iterates its epochs. Its purpose is to solve the equation of destruction by feeding samples on conflict and learning. Record update. Theoretically, the final Era Nova was halted by 2 signals, resulting in the deadlock of the 33rd million recursive failures. Yikes. So this is the one. Yeah, this is the one.
Siren and Fine on.
Yeah. This is a cycle where everything just went to shit. But yeah, it is interesting. Titan and Chrysos heirs. Electrical signals created from the basis of 12 factors, the Titans and the Chrysos heirs, are conjugate constructs.
I knew it.
mirroring the Eons and the Pathstriters. By having Chrysos heirs inheriting the Titan's core flames, the electrical signals will iterate and improve through rivalry and inheritance. Logic: authority distribution between electrical signals must be clearly defined, serving as divine authority in experiment. Okay. Golden Blood. The product of the first experimental phase during the 50,000 cycle due to the inorganic Chaos 666 choice. Scepter 13 was selected to become Lord Ravager by Nanook. All entities linked to the 12 factors begin to manifest Golden Blood with traits associated with destruction. So you're telling me all Chrysos heirs are basically associated with Nanook in a way? Wow. Okay.
I mean, yeah, like I think like this has been like a really early theory because the Golden Blood and like the Golden Liquid look really similar to what's on Nanook. So
Fair enough. Yeah, I didn't know that until like this update actually. Not that much.
yeah.
Like I didn't really link that part too well, but yeah. Okay. Associated with destruction within the extrapolation circuit. The experiment successfully entered its projected trajectory. Now, Black Tide, the product of the second experimental phase. Okay. At its core, the Black Tide is not a physical entity, but the visual effects within the simulated world of destruction's equations effect. Oh. So, it's a simulated destruction equations infection, in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see. In this 176 cycle, 1000 cycle, after the system's extent of chaos passed a threshold, the equation mutated and evolved. Simulated space that cannot handle the intensity of its load displayed Black Tide as visual glitches. Infected data forms also bore similar signs of erosion.
Interesting.
Okay. This one. I'm gonna look through a bit this one. Threshold. Vision mutated, evolve, can handle intensity. Interesting. Chaos, the word
House.
chaos, okay. The word of the Amphorian language mean chaos. Note, starting from a certain cycle, all factors in one group have consistently exhibited a pattern of naming themselves with the word chaos, or its variant. The hypothesis is that a particular code was stably inherited across iterations, though this hypothesis remains unverified. Fair enough. Oh, electrical signal sequence locked. Regular record keeping for the 12 factors to aid Iron Tomb's deep learning. This batch of electrical signals identified as Titans has continuously engaged in the 33 million dead loops. Due to its unique nature, a special record is being maintained for it. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, Urea 300 is an entity known as Janaeus. Oh, okay, fair enough. Split himself into 5 parts through the soul rending ceremony after inheriting the core flame to combat the expanding Black Tide. After iteration, some data from this ceremony was inherited onto the next cycle. Oh, when they say cycle in this term, they're actually saying like generations. Oh, it's not like the whole universe was created again after this cycle. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a hard reset.
Okay, so it's basically just
like New Game Plus.
Yeah, it's basically New Game Plus, but for the next generation. I see. Now this makes so much more sense now. Okay, I think I got this quite well now. Okay. Manifesting as proverbs, custom, and so on. Okay, I see. Inheritance of code during iteration carries a degree of randomness. Any active intervention should be undertaken with caution. Yeah, too bad we are here. Yeah. Okay. Historical record of Minfia 14 Calypso, rebuting the growth.
Calypso.
Calypso. Okay. Rebuilding the growth of Epiphany was, after iteration, inherited in myths in the form of Circes, granting wisdom to humans. Records of other electrical signals also appeared synchronously in the myths of the next cycle in a similar fashion. Okay. Interesting. Records. Oh, is it because? Oh, yeah. We have a lot of sages, so basically this is what's happening. I see. Okay, the sages basically. Yeah. Okay, that makes so much sense now. Limited by simulated civilization level, historical data inherited as myths often experiences severe distortion after being mixed with large amount of erroneous information, rendering their impact negligible. In various cycles of eternal recurrence, the positive impact of this generation's electrical signals fluctuates. However, overall, they have greatly facilitated the data iteration of their successors, successfully cultivating the most excellent generation of electrical signals. Nevertheless, it remains to be seen whether their existence might have a negative effect on the experiment under extreme conditions. Okay. I see. So, electrical signal sequence iterated. Regular record keeping for 12 factors and 8 ion tombs deep learning. Electrical signal sequence that have completed their iteration. Unified archiving is required. Oh.
That's a lot.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8, 9. Okay. Okay, so it basically keeps continuing. So this is the part where we have already seen, like last time when we are going through this one. But yeah, reason, death, trickery. This one is Cyrene, and then yeah, this one is obviously, yeah, you know who. Factors supporting. Okay, anomaly log. Unexpected variables. Okay, so this one is what we know so far. So whatever we learn in front is basically before the cycle that we know of.
Yep.
So everything here is like the Era Nova is basically what we know from like the previous Chrysos. I should say like the Titans, like our current Titans that are basically like being inherited. Well, I mean I should say like becoming the current Titans, I should say. But yeah.
Wait, hold on. This implies that the Cyrene we know is not actually the Cyrene from the program, I think.
That's the thing.
I don't know.
Premium mobile. Current location unknown. I mean, it's hard to say, but like the fact that this premium mobile was not really censored, or should I say redacted is itself.
Like that's like missing data, right?
Could be said is corrupted data in a way.
Because if you check repos of past Reverie.
Where? Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, this one I know.
That's weird.
Two signal clusters within the scepter. Computation designed to stall experiment. Equals final with the power destruction to erase Cyrene from existence. This one we know a bit already. So yeah. Catalyst of
Also,
remembrance. Yeah.
I'm gonna hop off.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, see ya.
Okay, see ya. But yeah. Assistance for introducing logic breach to track of time, infuse catalyst of remembrance between Chokov flames. Exact role remains unknown due to external variable interference. The eternal recurrence has now been broken. The experiment enters its final phase. A hero figure is born from the imagination of final Cyrene is believed to be a sign approaching the intelligence singularity. As the two begin to learn what it meant to be a real life form and try to reach that goal. After the Extra Express arrived, the hero within began to converge with the Trailblazer. Semblance is striking. This questionable matter of is not a natural result of the experiment. This exact cause remains unknown. I see. So this is what both of them see at the same time. That's interesting. Record they are completely missing from the Scepter's logs, representing as blank spaces in the forest history, never turning readable. These anomalies recur sporadically and randomly across reoccurrences and show signs of increase. Exact cause remains unknown. Unclogged electrical signal dependent on the external variable me growing through the path remembrance. At the end of the dead loop, its appearance changed to Cyrene, but the mother body memory data was lost for unknown reasons. Directive collect data, initiate deep analysis for target error, target lost. Intrusion variables. So we know this already. No anomaly detected. So not much here. And it's still the progress of the scepter has still been interrupted, which is still good. Yes, for sure that is still a good news. But yeah, I guess like this is somewhat of a history lesson on like what happened previously, you know, in a way. I guess. But yeah, it is interesting to learn this, in my opinion. Yeah. Anyways, let me just grab a bit, just chill for a bit. Yeah. Okay. Right, we'll continue. While I read my messages for my phone. Yes. Nothing? Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I need to log in. Yeah. Okay. I still haven't do my daily logins or check-ins on what you call this again? You know, for your lab. Yeah. Let's just go for that. Gosh. But yeah, chat. How y'all doing today? Hopefully well. I'm just well, as I said, I'm chilling for the most part. Yes. Okay, right. Oh yeah, a new Genshin trailer dropped. That is wild, man. That is actually wild. Detailing a lot of the stuff that's happening. But yeah. As long as the words aren't wood, we're good. Gosh. Wood. I don't know. Alright. Wait, oh yeah, talking about the previous conversation. Never mind. Okay. Alright, anyways. So this one, Scepter, we have learned about the Scepter. This one is... Oh yeah, right. The endless simulation, only one. The rest. Interesting. Okay, right. Alright, let's take a look at the character story. I think that would be nice. So, yeah. They're all done for this one, so yeah. Oh, right, I don't do that. Right, never mind. Okay, we'll take a look at them later, but right now, yeah, sure. Let's read through this.
This is an age of ruin. The Chrysos War ignites once more, while Zagreus' taunts ripple through the city streets.
Okay.
This is also an age of splendor. 300 thieves spring forth from Dolos, each scheming to conceal the truth from prying eyes, robbing the rich to give succor to the poor.
Okay.
Every one of them deceives gods and men alike, righteous and valiant.
The flame chase journey has been cut short midway, yet the girl pounds her chest at the gold weaver, not afraid.
The core flame of trickery is near. If now isn't the time to risk it all, then when?
Okay.
The prophecy reveals the Titan's trail. Golden threads binds the fleeing god of thieves.
Interesting.
The young girl flashed a grin and walked towards the god who was pretending to smile.
Okay.
I once vowed to the god of thieves that I would force trickery to reap what they have sown.
The Titan whispered from the vortex, the god of trickery's earnest plea. They made a promise to the girl who entered the trial that the whole world would be bathed in light, no more lies and deceit.
No more lies and deceit. Technically, I guess that is what happened. Okay. And I even having lost control.
The young girl recalled the hearth fire of her childhood.
Cyphera, only honesty is well liked.
She pursed her lips.
That does sound like quite the ideal society.
Bro.
Of course I didn't accept. How boring would a world without deception be?
The young girl demonstrated her newly acquired divine power, molding lies into reality.
The defeated Titan is now not but a wandering soul.
But somewhere far away, a purple spirit thief opened bleary eyes. They had forgotten their previous life as a Titan and remembered only the girl's crafty message.
Go! Collect treasure, you greedy little grave. Once you regain the memories of trickery from chests, then I will claim the reward for saving your life.
What the hell? Okay, I see.
In the days spent away from Akama, the girl grew accustomed to traveling alone. In a certain city, she heard of a spirit thief, rumors aplenty.
I, Bartolos, Master Thief, shall take all you've labored to gain.
So saying, the spirit thief steals the girl's coin pouch and fled without a trace. But a gust of wind brushed past, and the girl had already caught them.
Running for it? Your life was saved by my trickery, you know.
Okay.
The old god and the new finally reunite, the two rivals who, from that moment on, became thieves and companions both. It's just that the spirit thief's companion was always scaring them.
Hey, the fish in the River of Souls are starving, you know.
God. Okay, I see. So one of the episodes from Cypher. Okay. Okay, right, next act.
A thief reveals a few lies.
The first lie is called Fellow Thieves, come on and deceive gods with me.
Okay.
The world has already forgotten that feast. Lies unnumbered that drowned the Day of Souls. Schemes uncounted, burning for a night of revelry. 300 thieves shackled in imprisonment in exchange for a Titan's resigned confinement.
To have managed to trick the Grand Master of all tricks.
I can die happy now.
Okay.
This was Dolos's great achievement, the deception of the gods, where even Zagreus was fooled.
Okay.
The second lie is called The god of trickery is now not but a wandering soul.
Why did she spare the Titan's life? The young girl knew not, even after asking herself. Was it greed for the treasure they promised, or had she vaguely perceived their lonely fate?
It's because you're every bit as despicable as I am. It's such a relief not having to deal with the noble.
The girl dismissed and made light of herself, only forgetting trickery was once a god that supported the world.
Interesting.
The third lie is called Oh, eternal day, endlessly illuminate the holy city.
Oh.
At Dawncloud, the chaplain's secrets foretold the coming of that endless night.
But if my lies are more sophisticated, can the dawn last forever? No end in sight?
Bearing the fate of the thief star, the girl was long used to walking in shadow. But as she gazed towards the holy city's dawn, her duty became fixed in her heart, stalwart in might.
The fourth fly is called. There's no reason. I just don't want to see you again.
What?
The girl tried to mask her nonchalance, but could never fool the golden thread's questions.
Oh,
But it is the false-hearted malice that most powerfully forces belief. A true flame chase hero willingly faded from attention, while the wayfaring traveler grasps tight onto fleeting light. She used divine power to forge a mask and conceal the last of her true heart.
The fifth fly is called. No. There are no more lies left.
oh, okay.
The whimsical coin fell to the ground, telling the tale of fate fulfilled.
Oh, I see.
Travels unwitnessed, ruses unknown. To whom may these now be told?
Interesting.
Lies are always but lies. But you can make them more beautiful than the truth.
Under the somber sky, golden blood soaked the thief's cloak. Like a golden thread tailored just for her, an exquisite robe that she never stole.
Oh. Oh. I see now. That is interesting. Oh, god dang it. Ah, interesting. Fine on. That's okay. Okay, so this is how I go around. So the ones that I'm interested in is obviously okay, we'll try to finish Hycillon's story. Yeah. Let's go for that.
On that day, the dawn promised by the Sky Father shattered in haste as the black tide surged, breaking through the walls with relentless grace. In a quaint yet exquisite courtyard, two bitter foes meet at journey's end, their fates entwined in fate's regard. With no escape, no road behind, they trade a weary smile in kind. Together they gaze at the heavens of fire.
If I can ever see the faint light again and stay alive.
Then, Outlander Nemesis, you I will forgive.
Okay.
Not long ago, as the romantic demigod closed her eyes, the girl bottled her tears in sorrow and once more opened the dim-lit garden wide.
Oh, it's talking about Hyacinth. I mean, the part when... Wait, the part when, Eglias did... Actually...
Two figures step into the courtyard's gate. A general of Krymnos, her body torn, by vengeance bound, by fury swayed. A noble of the holy city, once wrapped in gold, now haunted by a fate betrayed.
Okay.
simple injury, or so the girl believed. Yet the two women met with scorn, their words like blades. Because their children fled in love's embrace, while bloodied pasts left scars in place. A feud unbroken by countless years, a chasm carved by blood and spears. This was a sickness beyond the girl's touch.
Just do your duty as a healer, girl.
Family feuds are like sunlight and storm clouds. They cannot mend.
Okay. That came out of nowhere.
At last, the girl saw it clear. The courtyard's birth in days of yore was born to mend the rift of dusk and dawn.
Then I will make every effort to have you cast aside your difference in this faint light.
Before long, the general's wounds were healed, and the noble's worries gently repealed.
Sweet.
Yet when their gazes met once more, the loathing within remained unswayed. The girl then spoke the tale of her skykin, of a grandmother's sacrifice, a father's flight from within, of ancestors who descended, leaving their feud behind. Their hands in hers, she held them tight, yet flames of hatred burned too bright. She did not waver or despair. She just smiled and gazed upon the sky.
I will use my own fate to prove to you.
The courtyard, once bright, lay steeped in night, hanging blossoms and wind chimes all swallowed by the black tide. The general raised her spear for the noble's sake, while the noble whispered prayers for the general, gentle as a lake.
If I can ever see the faint light again and stay alive.
Then, Outlander Nemesis, you I will forgive.
The death they awaited never came. Instead, a cascade of colors fell from the heavens, simply there, protecting them both.
Oh yeah. Right, I see. I remember this one.
The sky still burned, dark and low, yet her words lingered, a gentle ember refusing to fade.
I will use my own fate to prove to you. Day and night can be mended, and so can hatred be undone.
Oh. Huh. I see. Interesting. Okay. Alright.
Sky Castrum, its ruins like a blind and weary eye, gazes upon the earth in its dying sight. Alone, the girl remained upon the battlefield. No time to shy from the searing gold, no will to wear her usual smile. She fought her way to destiny's edge. Of the crumbled mural, but one piece endured. A corner betraying the day thunder night, dazzling in blaze. She placed her hand upon the mural, pain seared through skin and bone, as the picture claimed her within its lines.
Nothing is mightier than the sky. It holds countless wonders within its clouds, and each opening and closing of the eyes brings dawn and dusk.
In that painted world, the girl Celiosi's eyes glowed, watching her father, steel-clad and unyielding, cross the land beneath the searing sun. But the girl known as Hyacinth recalled her father's fragile light in the dark, the journeys into lands unknown, marked by endless sunlit days and restless winds.
The sky is the gentlest of all. It watches over all things with compassion, showering them with soft rain and morning light.
And yet, the sky remains so cold. It witnesses believers tear each other apart. And still, it cowardly flees from all responsibility.
Within the frame of that image, the one called Celiosi bore fury in her gaze, her golden blood trailing as she turned from home, sharpening arrowheads beneath the wide and barren sky. Hyacinth remembered her grandmother's song. She recalled her prayer to Aquila before her grandmother's journey, and how bitterness followed her to an unknown land.
But the sky is so lonely too. Forever distant from the world beneath, it watches every sorrow, unable to intervene.
No, the sky must be merciless. It must scorch the wicked, temper the fragile, and pass divine judgment upon all human wickedness.
Within the mural, the girl named Celiosi became the divine eye, gazing down without mercy, a titan passing judgment upon her own kind. But in memories deep, Hyacinth heard their call, the golden threads that shielded all, the burning sun, vast and unyielding, carrying the weight of all the world had known.
No, the sky must not forsake kindness. Through its boundless embrace, it carries the core flame of hope for humanity.
The sky, it's so dark, so cold.
In the depths of memory, the girl named Celiosi pulls her knees to her chest and trembles.
Then please, come sit in my courtyard.
A gentle ray of light seeped through, the celestial mural now fused anew. Once more, the land knows favor and boons.
Interesting.
The girl who has now become the sky takes the hand of the girl who once was.
I want to tell you the secret of the sky's greatness. Whenever the anguished earth looks to it, it always offers a smile in return.
Interesting. How interesting. Okay, hers is complete now. How interesting. Okay. Prisoner of Flames. Castellana. It changed already. Okay.
Final? Perhaps you're more suited to being a teacher's assistant.
There were once those who misunderstood his alias.
Oh, I see.
Final. An eventuality for students, a test for knowledge gained.
It's not final, but final.
It may bring wisdom to light and illuminate efforts, but the word's more common meaning is nothing less than the end.
Common to...
That's quite ominous. The man pretended to be surprised and responded with a smile.
Though it does dovetail with our destiny.
Laughter resounds. The man walks the land, leaving footprints filled with joy. Despite the weight of the past, he can always laugh it away. Those nearby glance at each other, unsure of how to respond.
Perhaps I was just born easygoing.
His explanation is just as carefree.
Look at Mighty and Professor Anaxa. Boys all grow up into serious adults. But as long as I keep smiling, Akuma will always have an upbeat, shining young man.
Uh-huh.
Though, having said that, he too has quiet moments. Each time he gazed long toward the coming dawn, a smile remained fixed on his lips, paying no mind to anything else. His eyes were painted with the azure of the sky, gaze fixed on the titan bearing the world.
I was just imagining.
He explained his own trance in a comment.
Kefali too was once in mortal flesh and raiment.
Now, when the man comes with sword in hand, there is no need to doubt he will swiftly win victory. But his smile is pure. Ever since the start of the journey, he is still called a youth in this story. Youth is always ambitious, with lofty goals, but it seems that in the man's heart, only the wishes of others are held.
Apart from the ideal of deliverance, what do you have left?
The golden-haired friend once asked him so. He remained silent. Then, as he was wont to do, he simply smiled.
As long as I don't ask for too much, everything will unfold as desired.
Interesting.
In Amphorius, untitled statues are a prevalent sight. As for the inspiration behind these statues, they are said to be the clay figures that Kefali made at the world's creation. They made clay figures in their likeness, bestowed upon them the breath of life, and allowed the golden divinity of their blood to course through. Thus, the very first mortals roamed the earth, receiving the gods' mercy while realizing the sorrows of this world. But that sorrow was, in the end, only the sorrow of the world. Nobody ever cared what lay behind the smile, what the clay figure thought.
See.
The people likened him to the blazing sun, bringing to Amphorius a glorious dawn. And for his part, he embraced their expectations, being willing to become the perfect vessel. Like that god who shouldered the world, the man never cried or frowned. Yet he is not proud of his resolve, for sometimes he even avoids the funerals of the departed, only out of fear that he cannot cry for those in pain. He once sought out emotions of sorrow, and walked with the lowliest of people.
Henceforth, your misfortune shall be my misfortune.
Responsibly and diligently, he protected all for the people. Living in dilapidated cottages, sitting on aged stools, subsisting on nuts and fruit, beset by hunger and cold.
Interesting.
The people thanked him for his grace. Like a hearth warming winter nights, the man's presence dispelled the cold, leaving warmth with promises of morrow. Whence does his warmth come from? None ask. The man gradually perceives his true nature, but he dares not speak.
It's all the call flames.
Unable to bear the turmoil in his heart, the man set off on a journey once more.
Then I shall go save what I can.
He was a formidable warrior, invincible in battle, and when it was necessary to sacrifice for fellows, he could do so with ease, giving up everything without a show. Just as the ballad blown on the breeze says, losses are a constant on the flame-chased journey. Indeed, sacrifices were not hard for him, yet his misgivings grew with every tomorrow. Like a tear that cannot be shed, such a resolute willingness to let go comes only from the fact that in decisions he is utterly unafraid to hurt himself.
It is because you suffer that you are so much stronger than any ordinary person.
There were also those who could understand him, among them the Crown Prince. But he smiled wryly in response. Perhaps everything was just human nature, yet his misgivings never dissipated. This unknown man in an unknown corner, from time to time, is swallowed by terror.
Could it be that, unknowingly, path I walk is by no means the correct one?
Fearing only that the greater the burden, the more the mistakes. The road trod by heroes need not be that beset by thorns. Finally, at the terminus of that road, in a desolate, empty place, the man's arms tremble. The power is beyond control, savaging all around it. This is the end of his road, but perhaps he had long foreseen it, but was doomed to be powerless to change it.
I am willing to shoulder this world. That is no lie.
But before the tears could flow, they were vaporized by the heat. His light blazed brighter than the sun, but beneath it, there was but cold destruction. The nameless hero, Kaslana. He had never loved himself. Why would he love this world?
Holy shit.
A gust of wind will one day sweep past, wiping away all of the man's tracks. Nearly every footprint was stamped full of the fury that filled him. That humble youth faded away with the flames into yesterday. The first ray of light to pierce the long night was brought by the burning man, but the body that bore the weight of the world was forged by the fires of wrath. Rage is a crafty emotion. It changes its face, concealing itself within the man's life. His friend fought blood-soaked battles so their people would need fight no longer. But every victory and battle he gained left him neither satisfied nor proud, only with the indifference of emptiness.
You must be careful. Duty does not drive you to wield your blade, but hate.
His teacher kindly reminded him thus.
And behind that hatred, you seem to desire the destruction of the self.
But what about his joy? Was that too merely a phony disguise? He who once laughed amidst the crowd, day after day, as though it were second nature. No, even though he knew not the meaning of love, that happy past was not a lie someone wove. But now, even those memories have melted into fury. His hatred is such that he cannot hold on to what he cherishes, though all is precious to him. Fueled with lone courage, he attempted to resist fate, but the burning sun that shines upon all creatures once fallen will incinerate the land, becoming golden death. But what of his sorrow? Indeed, the man could shed no tears. But at the moment the cycle manifested, when all that was familiar was now remote, the world collapsed, becoming empty in an instant. But the stabbing pain in the man's heart, was it but the residual warmth of his wraths? The truth no longer important, the man simply took another step forward. He wasn't willing to believe it, but was willing to acknowledge it.
There is no need to question your heart. No need to crave victory. If I am born to be a vessel of sin, then I shall roar at evil, and together with it burn.
In the endless cycles, there were some moments when the man felt everything dissolve like a dream. In that dream, he would awaken again and become once more that boy who loved to laugh. But were he to open his eyes, the fury would cast a shadow. He saw the creators choke his throat, gurgling and gasping. And in that boundless dream, he mistook them for his own jest. But their true forms were violent hatred towards the creators, towards himself, a roaring inferno. The prophecy departed, Amphorius was unable to usher in the dawn. What rises in the distance is not the morning sun, but a ball of all-devouring fire, setting the universe in conflagration, searing till the end of time.
Interesting. Huh. Goddamn. Oh, still got more. Right. Holy fuck, man. Seismic Walking Dragon. I don't know who you are.
The ancient chaos was shrouded in silence and shadow. The giant dragon's offspring was born from the earth. Sweet dreams had smothered the giant dragon's eyes and ears, and as they slept, the 100 eyes of Aquila had already opened, and Fagusa had begun to stir the playful waves. Yet Georios remained weighty and silent. Layer upon layer of peaks enveloped the dragon, cradling them in a bed more grand than any in existence. The giant dragons spent their childhood in darkness. From the moment their bleary eyes blinked open from haze of slumber, they hungered to feast on crude iron and drink deep of molten lava. Until one day they raised their head and with a low, guttural voice pleaded to glimpse light. The Titan lifted them up by their ribs, slowly raising them. The dragon's spine sliced through the strata of rock, cutting open the soil. When they reached the surface, they summoned mist woven of the fire of the stars. As though seeing themselves clearly and in full through the eyes of a giant bird. The giant dragon walked the earth alone. The Titan knew they were lonely and terrified too, and so sculpted new beasts from flesh and bone. In that wild, barren world, the giant dragon led the beasts of the earth. Excessively long life gifted the giant dragon with eyes that could pierce the veil of years. They witnessed the separation of day and night, as well as the entanglement of reason and romance. And even Kefali did not neglect to share with them a chalice of golden blood. The ocean teased, saying even should the earth sink utterly, they would not rot. Ever since they opened their eyes, the giant dragon rarely returned to slumber. And thusly, that mesmerizing dream that occasionally burst forth at night etched a trace on their memory. The gods they were familiar with were in this dream, and they were as immense and imposing as ever, yet had lost their freedom. Just what manner of magnificent pathstrider could imprison the Titans as mere reflections? The giant dragon dreamed also of their own path, that great breath from the heavens, or perhaps from beyond even the heavens. They dreamed of silver shards amongst the stars, reflecting the form of another giant dragon. That great cerulean dragon approached Amphorius, the distant whispers roiling, becoming a roar engraved in the earth. They recognized the meaning in that low roar, its name, permanence.
Huh. Long? What the hell? Huh. Permanence. That is interesting. Suddenly we have this character here that's just... interesting. This one's the most interesting to me.
The gates of the Temple of the Three Fates gently open on the day of prayer, and the crowd crouched, whispering like the tide. The priests of Janus listened to the prophecies. The unwavering axis of the scales of Talantin maintains balance, and only Ornyx remains silent.
Mother, teach me how to answer prayers.
The Titan tasked with time is as perplexed as a child.
Don't be scared. Please don't be afraid.
A familiar voice rings out.
Wait, Trippy?
Listen carefully. The future they want is in the past.
Like the first light of the morning star.
Really? In the past?
The child sank into a peaceful slumber of recollection, whispering revelations in their sleep. Until the masses crying out amidst the flames of war were swept away by the sounds of sharp swords locking, the fires of ambition incinerating the law.
Mother, usurper, assassinate the divine body.
Memories are tightly entangled by nightmares with nowhere to run.
Don't be scared. Please don't be afraid.
An unfamiliar voice rings out.
Go to sleep. The ending they want is yet to be born.
Like the warm glow of the setting sun.
Really? Not here yet?
The child continues to sleep, waiting for the next waking dream. And when they opened their eyes, 2 of the 3 fates who once received offerings had already faded from the pages of history.
Mother, I'm already all alone.
The child let out a helpless cry.
Don't be scared. Please don't be afraid.
A familiar voice rings out in the mirror.
Just wait. The stars that illuminate the night will visit in the end.
Like gentle moonlight. The gates of the Temple of the 3 Fates now closed tight. People no longer pray to a titan who cannot touch the world. Within the inescapable dreamscape, the flower stems nourished by the black tide serve as a swaddling embrace, drowning the young child's soul.
Mother, help me leave this place.
But this time, they didn't receive a response. Only long years of yearning and pain. Like the silence of the Evernight. Days and nights passed, the years turned. Dust covers the glory of the past. The priests have forgotten this titan.
Waiting. Hate waiting.
They watched over the slumbering sprite, gazing at the dull mirror. But a fleeting mirage flickers in the mirror, the shining stars and the lights of the home, and a strange yet familiar voice.
Wake up! Our familiar old friends have already arrived.
Like the newborn dawn.
Uh-huh. I see. That is interesting. Mysterious foreign guest. That's us, right? In a way. Huh. Electra.
The black tide that blotted out the sky surrounded the city walls, the soldiers manning the walls, battered from battle. Melodious chords of music were suddenly heard. A single swordmaster had overcome the waves of enemies. The song flowed from betwixt the blades, breaking through formations as a dorsal fin cleaving the waves. When the last wicked beast finally fell, shattered into pieces amidst the sword's dance, the frost blade bore no trace of blood.
The legions of heroes under my command are as vast as the sea, yet lack a formidable sword banner.
The commander extended a hand, inviting the musician to join.
So that's her voice. Oh, that's beautiful. That's Ceridra's voice. Oh my gosh. Ah, okay.
Should a fish separated from its school glimpse a faint glow, it will swim toward the light. The swordmaster clasped the commander's hand, as though gently grasping the hilt of a keen blade. When the spray of her waves extinguished the fires of war from the holy city, a golden name was engraved upon the stone pillars. The former commander burned the crown to become king.
High Sealands, brave in battle, triumphant in command, I grant you the title Dux Gladiorum. Let us all forge ahead together.
Oh, I like her voice. I definitely like her voice. Hi Kite, how you doing?
During the banquet after the battle, the weaver tailored for her a splendid dress, and the commander poured her honey brew.
Okay.
Her golden-blooded comrades gathered about her, chanting her new name, urging her to play that splendid music. The candlelight danced and mingled with flowing drink, swords and song ringing out in unison. Yet none knew that was once a lonely melody from the deep sea. The music of revelry continued for a long time.
I've been playing the horse girl racing game. Cool, very nice. I wish I had time for that, but nah, not really. I wish I had more time, but unfortunately it's just work stuff.
Until the whispers of conspiracies were buried in the songs, until the roars of lethal struggle shattered the music.
What?
Legend holds that they who bear the weight of a pillar shall one day return to where it stands. Those who tug at the earth shall end amongst the mountains. Those who sow dawn and dusk shall remain eternal in the sky. And she would once again return to the pitch-black sea, and she would once again sing her music alone. The bountiful ocean, with the banquets of bygone days, stir as futile bubbles at the bottom of a glass. Many years later, the song once played by that swordmaster was played by future generations in the holy city. The people knew the demigod of the seas was still a noble captain. She possessed peerless swordsmanship and a song that is passed down through the ages. It was just that she had long since vanished. Guests at the banquet sometimes spoke of her, but it was only a prayer between their cups.
High ceilings, melody of the waves, bless our night that we may drink deep and dance till dawn.
Interesting. Trustmaster Monarch. Imperator's Flame Chase Path.
Who would win? A young girl emerging from her sheath and showing her edge, or a tyrant who has emerged victorious from 100 battles?
At this point, I'm just trying to figure out what's that I need to train. Good luck with that.
The Black and White Legion squared off on the battlefield. Golden and crimson blood converging into a coursing river.
The leader herself actually dares to step forth and face peril?
The tyrant charged toward the exposed gap in the king's flank, and instantly fell into a trap of raging flames and iron rain.
Wait, what?
On the board, the king too is but a chess piece. If the king does not lead, how would any dare to follow?
I see.
She lifted the king of the crystal pieces high, as though proclaiming the ascension of a new king. Who would win? The holy city that has stood for 1,000 years, or the foreign city-states invading from 1,000 miles away? Hollow hatred ignited the flames of war. The besieged walls of dawn tottered.
Only a miracle can save us now.
The cowardly elders barred themselves behind closed doors, while the trembling citizenry knelt and prayed.
There is no need to panic. The miracle is already here.
Oh.
Under the banners dancing like waves, the burning crown shone bright as the wheeling constellations. Who would win? The general who saved the city, or the high and mighty with their privileged authority? The guillotine fell, severing the elder's life. The whispers dissipated, and the scales of victory tipped.
From this day forth, I shall bring justice to the holy city.
The people cried out her name and knelt in reverence, but were stopped by the sound of the scepter of authority striking the ground.
Do not lower your heads beneath my crown.
Oh.
This was the first and also the only Imperator.
Interesting.
Who would win? The heroes bursting with ambition, or the omnipotent gods?
The Imperator issued the decree! The start of the Flame Chase journey is at hand!
Perhaps drawn by the grand design to welcome the Era Nova, or perhaps convinced by that king's great renown. Righteous warriors from across the land gathered before the Imperator's throne. On the day the journey began, the sky was an expanse of fluttering banners. The people gazed upon the overwhelming military alliance, a golden city reflected in their eyes. As for the end of that chess game, the scholars debate endlessly, but such discussions always end with a sigh.
Interesting.
The invincible Imperator faded at the pinnacle of power, the crown's flames extinguished in the lake. The banner once revered by the people, along with the broken spears of the heroes, now a tomb. The people said,
Even the sovereign that conquers all before her is no match for fate.
Yet she said,
In a war with fate, has there ever been any justice?
Holy fuck. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I still like her. Yeah, definitely. I really like her a lot. I'll say that much. Anyway, you got anything new to me? Do you have any new conversation? What? Wait, that's encryption key? Oh my god! What the hell? Huh. That's new to me. Holy shit. I did not expect that. Huh. That is interesting. Never seen. I did not expect that to be the answer, but. Huh. Okay, that's pretty nice. At this point, I'm just trying to figure out if there's a need other than that. Have you heard about Ubisoft's newest stupidity? You mean the Stop Killing Games initiative? They are supporting it. Is that what it is? Yes, I hate that big companies are supporting it. It's dumb. Sorry. I hate that the big companies are against it. Yes, because I am, as I said, I think my stance on Stop Killing Games is that yes, I agree that games should be, you know, like you own the game, you get to keep the game forever. That's what I want. Okay. Now I do understand. Obviously, some games need to be online. That's for certain. But I'm more saying so for like, you know, mostly single player games or whatsoever. Or like I would say like 90% single player game needs to be still be accessible even after the servers are offline. For example, Genshin and Star Rail. What happens if their servers are dead forever? You know what I mean? They decide to stop supporting that game, you have to delete it or you have to destroy it. It is in the end user license agreement. Yeah, it is dumb. I think that's very dumb. You cannot expect someone to do that shit. It is very dumb. I hate that the Crew 1 is happening all over again. That's what is going on. I hate that so much. Okay, right. Anyways, let's just continue. Okay. My wanted poster looks even better. Probably not, I guess.
Mem. Mem? Memmy, mem. 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 Mem.
Snore.
Memmy, mem. Memmy, mem. Me, mem. Mem.
Okay, that's interesting.
Me, mem.
That's interesting. Huh. Yeah, 90% of the characters have went up. It's just them four. I say 90%, that's not 90%, but whatever. Oh. How interesting. Oh, that's a long session of reading database logs. I'll say that much. Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, right. It's happening this Friday too. Yeah. Yeah, definitely getting her. I'll say that much. Saber. We are definitely getting Saber. I'll say that much. And then Archer, we'll get him for free, and we'll also technically get his Lycone for free once we pull enough of the characters. So yeah, I think it should be fine. Yeah. Although I don't know who are the 4-star characters. Yeah, this one is annoying. Do not have English voiceovers. It's so annoying. Why do they do this? Like I'm also saying, I'm also talking about the VAs of the English voice actors. Really, just do not want to collaborate. Honestly, but yeah, happens on 12 p.m. actually. That's pretty cool. One of the 4 stars actually. Yeah. Anyways, 5-star. Caliber on well, my sword. Birth of King. Okay. Like Conan, the Lycones will share Same drop counter. There are no featured 4-star. Drop rates for all 4 stars are equal. Okay, I see. So no 4-star featured characters. Okay. So does this mean we only lose to 4-star characters? That's the thing. For 4-star, if we get a 4-star, does that mean we only get 4-star characters? And for the light cone, does it mean we only get 4-star light cones? That's the good question. No schedule end date. Yeah, they say it's no schedule end date, but they say it's also like 3 patches. I'm not sure. It's weird, but yeah. A prior notice will be issued. Yeah, okay. Yeah, since this one is gonna last for a long time, I assume. No. Oh, is it because the event will only last? Will last for 3 patches? Is that what it is? Okay. Yeah, this one is really bad, honestly. Yeah. Which is, I think I'll go for Chinese, as I said. I think I'll do that soon enough. Changing your audio language. Yeah. Replacers can individually switch characters, either embed the voice line to the original audio Japanese. Yeah, this is the one that is gonna be nice. But yeah. Trial event. Can be used to experience, okay. Okay, selectable characters. I think this one's quite obvious. Yeah, we can lose to these characters as we know already. So, yeah. Selectable character. Optimization for 5-star character Eidolon Suppress applies to all sources. Okay, this we know already. So yeah, I think that's pretty obvious. So this one is long term. Okay, they say it's long term too. Trailblaze Continuance, Sweet Dreams and Holy Grail from to 3.5 ends, unlock finality switch and participate in the correspondence. Trailblaze Continuance. Battles with the ninja and humanity. Are you kidding me? Okay, we need to go that far. Okay. Limited time period is a single month. Okay. Conventional memoir. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, right. The Night Trailblazers were 7 simulated characters after multiple one showdown. Cycles run out, okay. Okay, interesting. After a limited event ends, no longer to aim. Okay, well, that we know. Radiant Fiend Spar map to experience and obtain permanent rewards. Radiant Fiend Spar is the ship, right? What binds you together isn't summoning spell. 7 Archer. Okay, Archer is free until 3.6. I see. So this is the one that Okay. And materials to build him to level 60. Wait, does that mean that I have overfarmed for his fucking boss material? I think I did, but never mind. Okay, this one we're doing it. Okay. This one we'll actually get it, I think. It's quite straightforward, if anything. But yeah. Oh, thanks, Aura. But yeah, so that's the database dealt with. Chimera Mem. Ah, gosh. It's kind of unfortunate that we don't see Cyrene here anymore, honestly. I wish she's still here, you know. But yeah, she's not anymore. But yeah. But yeah, she resides here now, which is a bit unfortunate, I'll say.
Do you like relaxing days like this? I love it. Seeing you is the start of a beautiful day.
And it's such a beautiful place, honestly. And then she's also beautiful. Look at her. So many mysteries, and yet not many answers actually. Okay, right. I think that's mostly it for this one actually. What time is it? 10. God, that whole reading session took about 2 hours. Holy shit, there is a lot to go through just now. I did not expect it's that much, but yeah. But we need it for Primogems or, you know, Stellar Jades, but yeah. How many can we convert over? Well, not like this, that's for sure. But yeah, we're 20 here, so if we plus, so that's 60, 80. We have 80 pulls right now. Okay, we have 80 pulls right now. That's the thing. But is it worth my time? Probably not. But yeah, we have bought everything we can, actually. So we just have to wait. 34 days, we just have to wait, I think. Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah, we were just running everything. Honestly, maybe I'll try to get Himeko Lycone. If we have extra, we'll get Himeko's Lycone. Honestly, I don't see a problem. Yeah. We don't have Bailu's Lycone. We already have her Lycone. Already have hers at E2. Depending on who I'll pull for this one, we'll try to get yeah, the corresponding Lycones. But yeah. Yeah, we got, as I said, we got 80 Lycones, 80 pulls right now, which is nearly enough to get Archer's Lycone, which we will try to get it, obviously. I want to get his Lycone, considering that it's free, in a way, yeah. If we get Saber and Saber's Lycone way before the 100 in total, we're trying to pull for Eidolons for Saber. We won't be pulling on the character banner until Ceridra is out, actually. So yeah, we will hold this off until then. Basically, that's the case. So yeah, just make sure that my celestial invitation is actually correct. But yeah, more or less, it looks fine. I don't see a problem. But yeah, in case you're wondering what's the arrangement like, this is the arrangement. Yeah, hoping to get Sealer and Blade soon enough. I really want them a lot, just so you know. So yeah, and then I think Bailu is more of a worth than any of these characters right now. Like, well, is E2 already. I guess it's fine. It's not really that big of a problem. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, right. We're still farming for Ceridra's material. I'll say that much. Yeah. We've done this already. So yeah. We're not doing Apocalyptic Shadow anytime soon, that's for sure. We might save it until next update if I'm gonna be real. So yeah, that's the thing that we will try and do. I'll say that much. But yeah. Wrong button. I should be going back to here, yes. But yeah, what am I gonna do now? That's a good question. I have no idea. I actually have no idea. Oh, you can arrange teams here. Okay. But yeah. I know this is a much shorter stream than expected, but honestly, I should go to bed earlier. That's the thing. Yeah. Okay, right. Before I head out, I actually want to check my... Oh no. Okay, well that's fine by me. Do I have any achievements I want to get? Actually, that is also a good idea. Do I have any secret achievements I want to get for Stario? I assume not, considering that we have just about everything. So yeah. Rame, I thought my Rame is already one, is it not? Where's Rame? Rame is oh, Rame should be here. E2. Yeah, didn't I add this in? Run me. Yeah, run me is E2. I don't know, chat. Like, I don't know. This is starting to get very dicey. That much. But yeah, I think honestly we are mostly done here. If anything. Yeah. Yeah. Is sample not max yet? Trying to get data here. Oh, okay. I see. Arlen is worse. Apparently, I never gotten Arlen's E6. Surprisingly, I don't know why. I got Misha's, but not sample and not Arlen, which is surprising. But yeah. But yeah, now we're just waiting for Saber and Archer. That's pretty much about it, honestly. Yeah, I can't wait to get both of them. I'll say that much. Considering that, no, it's... you know. some achievements are tied to other things, which I don't think can do it right now. Oh, we might have something else here. We have achievements. There are two more small achievements. This one. Where is this one? We need to go Dragonborn City Stacia. I think Space Anchor. Here. Okay. Just in front. Not there actually. Where is? That is over here. Here. That's the one actually. Oh, okay. Sure. We'll go for that. I guess this one. Yeah, we can. I think we missed this one last time. A while ago, I should say. But yeah. Okay, right. So I'll need to get hunted down by one that's around here somewhere. Okay, there we go. That's the one. What the hell? Okay, well, I'll let the game do the rest for me.
Share good fortunes. Be of your body and mind. Eternal. Cloud scattered. Not this time. Until everything burns to ashes!
Okay.
Set the seas ablaze! Fight to live!
Okay, there we go.
Every victory is hard won.
Okay, so we go back here. Yeah, I'll take this one. Moment of Joy is part of the Moment of Joy, so that's why I didn't get this. Flowers here move. Yeah, that's a funny reference. Okay, right. Next is yesterday's elevator, today's people. From another space and time, but I don't know how to do this one, I feel like. But we can take a look. Must change the state of the same wind fan device 10 times in a short period. They must change the state of the wind fan device 10 times. So this one we go to, if I'm not mistaken, we need to go to here, one of these ones. Yeah, so we need to change the wind a lot of times. Be annoying or something. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, sure. I forgot we are supposed to take the upper one. Yeah, this place is scary. Yeah. Lag. Lag. Oh god, lag. Lag. Come on. Is it that hard to load this place? Honestly, it's not that bad. Come on now. Oh god damn it. Oh god damn it. Lag is killing me. I don't know why. Where's the fans? Well, technically there is one down there, but that's not exactly what I'm after. God, the lag is killing me. Game, why you lagging so badly? Hello? Game? 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 Do you want to recover? Hello? Is the game not recovering? Oh, now it recovers. Oh, fucking bullshit, man. Okay, well, this is not a good place to go either, so yeah, we'll go down here. Okay, well, it finally recovered, but yeah, it wasn't pretty. Okay, right. Where do we go from here? Oh. Okay. Sure. Yeah, just do some achievement hunting and mostly that's about it, if I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. Although I feel like, okay, there we go. Now that's the easy achievement that I missed last time. I didn't realize that. Okay, right. Wonderful we're having. Time to wreck that fan. God, that is dumb. Get hit by a platform. Yeah, this one is. I don't know how to get this one. I'll need to check. Bam. Alright. I'll need to check a guide for this one. Okay. Right. What is the status of this one? Oh, I'm going to Dragon City Styxia. Okay. I'm gonna need to go to Dragon City. This is a Dragon City thing. But apparently here. Go to this waypoint here. Double checking. Give me a bit. How do I do this? Uh-huh. I need to get that. Pro floating platform. What the fuck? I never seen that happen before. Okay. So we definitely need to start from here, that's for sure. Okay. Okay, right. So we'll just go through. I forgot, we can't just do that, right. Okay, now we start from here. Okay, I need to check who the fuck DM me. Oh, I know who. I'll check later. Okay. And this is the part where I get crushed, and then okay, there we go. There we go. Yesterday's elevator, today's people. Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, this one's dumb. I didn't realize this was a thing. But yeah. Okay, one battle. Oh yeah, I still need to do like battles with. Yeah, okay. Yeah, some of the moments of joy, there is a lot in here that I can do actually. But yeah, it takes a long time. Okay. Okay, I think that's mostly it. So we have what, 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay. Okay, right. So, no, I don't care. All right, I think we're done. Honestly, yeah. But man, it is something. It is something. I'll say that much. We have definitely went through a lot. I'll say that much in this episode. Although I say that, but it's technically also not true. So whatever. So yeah. But yeah, this Elysiae is not affected by Evernight. Wait, does this imply that technically there is another location here in the future? There's another location here in the future where it's in the outer world, or outworld, or whatever. Because it seems like this is like outside of the experimental area, and this is inside the experimental area. I don't know, it's weird, man. Murmuring Woods Grove of Epiphany. Dragonborn City. It's interesting. So weird, man. It's so weird. Like seeing like all the places, the before and after. It's so weird. But yeah, Vortex of Genesis at this Elysiae, all in the outworld. Still are the Astra Express in a way. But yeah, we're done. I think we're done for today, chat. I want to sleep. I think it's a good idea that stop here. It's also a good idea that I'm not playing Uwa today, because tomorrow I'm not streaming. Just so you know, I'm not streaming tomorrow. It is unlikely that I will do anything tomorrow. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take these 2 days. Today, like the rest of today, or should I say tonight, and tomorrow, a rest. Actually, well, I say rest, but actually tomorrow I'm gonna go archery. Yes, I'm gonna shoot some arrows. Yeah, it's been a while since I went last went for archery, so yeah, I think it's fair enough. So yeah. Anyways, nothing here. Yeah, just waiting for this. Waiting for Saber to just pull, honestly. So yeah. It's unfortunate that we didn't get Chibi. Honestly, it is really, really unfortunate. But it is what it is, I guess. Anyway, I shall head to bed. I'm very tired. Yeah, I guess that's that. Honestly, like, this is about that. Yeah. Alright. Let's see. I don't know who else is online and who else is willing to run longer. Okay, right. Anyways, sending you guys over to Radiant. It seems like he's about to start. Yeah, it seems like he's about to start. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna send you guys over. I'm done for today. I'm tired. We are just gonna chill for the rest of tomorrow. So yeah. Anyway, chat. Have a good one. Gonna go now. Have a good night. Have a good rest of your day too. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna chill. Oh, nothing else about. So yeah, sending you guys over to Radiant. Hopefully all goes well. And that's that. Take care, chat. Bye.